Hello everyone, it is Girl in Minecraft. Welcome to another one of my Sims 3 challenge series. So I am going to be starting the Orphan Farmer Challenge. I was going to do a Farmer Challenge after I finished the Perfect Genetics Challenge, but I discovered someone did a twist on it, which kind of makes it almost like it's like inspired by like farming games and also like Runaway Teen, where the teenager is kind of like independent and has to like do pretty much everything almost, and like start from the bottom. So I'll just read you a description of the challenge, and I will have a link for the page that I'm reading off of in the description on every video so that you can kind of review the challenge yourself. And yeah, I will also do the create a sim and stuff after I read this, and then I'll skip into a lot, and then we'll like begin from there. But create a sim will probably take a while, so I'll kind of introduce you to the sims, and then we'll just move into a lot. So the Orphan Farmer Challenge. You're a teen, and life as you know it is over. Your parents are dead, and you are given two choices with your to live with your last living relative, your grandmother, or end up in the foster system. You choose to move in with your grandmother in Riverview. So that's like the suggested town that the person suggested, and I like it. I'm gonna do Riverview. It's a good like farming area, farming town. And envisioning a stable, safe, easier life. Unfortunately, it soon becomes obvious that something is wrong in your new life. Your grandmother is sick, so we're going to give her the insane trait, basically. And you soon realize that if you want to stay out of the system, let alone eat tomorrow, you need to take charge of the old family farm and keep your grandmother alive while you're at it. So, basically, there's a set of goals for the challenge, so I'll just kind of review those. The goals are keep your grandmother alive until you reach young adult. Make sure no one sees her being insane, because they could report it and then, you'd get taken. And then, let's see, if you have generations, they say, you have to get our driver's license before we can use a car. And then failure to get it means that you cannot use the car for the rest of your Sim's life. So basically we would be stuck walking or riding like a bike or something, I guess. So that's probably really important. We should probably try to do that. But I guess like, I don't know how, because like if grandma's insane, that means she wouldn't be able to teach her to drive, which means the teenager would have to like take driving classes, I guess. I don't know. And then prom, you work hard, you deserve it. So we're gonna try to get the prom queen or king, I guess. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do a girl or a boy. I think I probably will do a girl. Stay out of trouble. You don't want any sort of attention pointing anywhere near your home life. So, obviously don't get arrested or anything. Lifetime wish is something we'll probably try to like complete, so we'll pick something maybe that we can do, maybe farming related kind of stuff, or we could do like the one where you collect animals and stuff. No gardening, job, or fishing wishes allowed. Oh, okay. I should have read to the next line. So those are for wishes. Interesting. Okay. We're supposed to fix up the family farm, so I'm probably gonna like build like a kind of a beater farmhouse area. I don't know. I haven't really thought completely through how I want to do that, but let's see. Fix up the family barn. Okay. And at least 3 beds, 2.5 bath, 1 kitchen, 1 dining, 1 living room, 1 barn, and then it says 1 car, but I guess we can't drive it. Unless, of course, she gets her license. Then the goal is to make a profit of 100,000 simoleons from the farm. Profits from the farm produce only, which means like honey, milk, or eggs, which are allowed, and then like crops that you grow and stuff, obviously will count towards that total. So, let's see. And then after that, it says one of the goals could be start your own family. Any form of family will do. I'll leave it to you guys to decide what your Sims future will look like. It would be boring if everyone ended up with a predetermined family. Okay, so yeah, we can kind of figure out what we want to do as far as her family goes. Or like, you know, starting a family, I guess. And then, but we're not allowed to do that until we reach adulthood. And we're not allowed to do that also until we fix up the family farm. And if grandmother is still alive, we must get married before getting pregnant. If grandmother is dead, it doesn't matter if you get pregnant as long as it's with your current boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance. And they don't need to live with you since there is a chance that you can break up. I mean, I guess, if it doesn't go well. So let's see. So yeah, there will be 2 Sims allowed. One will be the main character, the male or female teen, and then the grandparent, which would be the female elder. So that'll be because it's your grandmother. And you cannot have anyone move in until you reach adult. See goals. So yeah, that'll be like up above what I read. And then must be in a relationship with your main sim, and they don't have to be a human. Obviously, they could be supernatural or something. And then pets. One when aged teen, and another after you graduate high school. So up to 2 total for the whole family. It includes small pets, 2 fish, 2 pets. Okay, so we're only allowed to have 2, so we couldn't like probably do that lifetime wish then. I mean, I can alter these rules, so maybe I'll change the pet one, and like it doesn't matter how many pets we get. Can we get you can get a new one if one of the 2 dies. It can only replace big pets once. Small pets have no limit of replacement. And then there's some like traits and stuff that are recommended for the challenge for like each of the Sims. And then let's see. There's also like one more area that I wanted to read. I know this is probably like a lot. So we're starting with 2 Sims. It's going to be a 30 by 30 lot. And then we're going to have 2 sleeping bags we're going to have a ground floor cabin, which is empty and falling apart. Outdoor toilet, no shower. I do have the outdoor shower. I could use that. Your grandmother has sold all her possessions to keep the land. No plants either. She has managed to kill everything. Oh no. She's a really bad farmer, I guess. And then 500 simoleons. Your parents didn't have life insurance. At least you're richer than your grandmother. Alright, so we start out with 500. I'm guessing the grandma has next to nothing. So we're basically going to support grandma, try to keep her alive until we reach a young adult, and try to fix up the house, fix up the barn, and start the farm up again, and make a living off of it up until 100,000 simoleons. And then if we are, if we feel like we want to start a family in the meantime, we could totally do that. So yeah, that's basically kind of just like the overview of the challenge. There's a few other like things that I'll let you guys read if you want to click on the link and read all of that. But there's some restrictions as far as like what you can do when you're like a teenager. Like you can have the homeschool mod if you want, and if you go to school, you can never miss school. You also can't learn skills that are like not beneficial to farming and stuff. So yeah, and we can there's I don't know, there's a lot of stuff, but maybe I'll read it like later while I'm kind of like getting into the challenge. But first, let's get started. I will load up Riverview. I'll get these Sims made and create a Sim, and I'll find a 30 by 30 lot for us to move into, and I'll set up the like trashy looking cabin, get them some sleeping bags, all the like starter stuff, and then I'll come back to you guys and we'll get going on the challenge. Okay, so we are in the town. I went ahead and placed them into a 30 by 30 lot according to the rules. So to start out, it says obviously you have 2 Sims, the grandma and then the teen. 30 by 30 lot, we're allowed 2 sleeping bags, and we're gonna build a ground floor cabin which is empty and falling apart. I mean, I don't have any like crumbling windows and walls and roof, so I just kind of built a shabby looking cabin, I guess. And then it says an outdoor toilet, no shower. Your grandmother has sold all her possessions to keep the land. No plants either. She's managed to kill everything. I was thinking of doing some like garden looking area that was like kind of run down, but I didn't. So we'll probably just kind of like make that as we go. And then we're going to start with 500 simoleons. Your parents didn't have life insurance. At least you're richer than your grandma. But yeah, so I went ahead and did all those things. We have 500 simoleons in our pockets. And here are our two Sims. So we have Grandma Gertrude Williams. She is an elder. She is insane, clumsy, neat, loser, and frugal. She also loves country music, La Cobbler, and the color lilac. And then we have Meg, who is going to be our like main character, teen. And she was actually modeled off like she's a sim self that I made of myself, but I like aged her down to a teen. So I just thought it would be kind of fun to use her because I never really like played with her yet. So the traits I gave her are shy, loves the outdoors, handy, and friendly. And she likes R&B, egg rolls, and the color green. And I did add in, when I created them, I created her parents as well, and I went ahead and had them, you know, pass away. So, you know, for the story. But yeah, these are her parents, Jason and Lorna. And yep, so this is going to be her paternal grandmother, Gertrude Williams, on her dad's side. And yeah, so the story that I'm going with, because I had them die of fire, like burning to death. So the story that I'm going with is that they died in a fire and she lost, you know, everything, her home, her parents. And then she had her options to live with grandmother or to go into the foster system, and she's going to help grandmother start up her farm again and fix everything up. So yeah, we've just got this little lot. It's not very big. It's 30 by 30, obviously. It's pretty small. But the goal... Sorry, my scroll wheel is being a little spazzy. Sorry if it kind of like goes in and out. But the goal of this challenge is obviously to like rebuild the farm. And there's like some other rules that I could go over, but I'll just do it real quickly. So, we're World Adventures. Let's see. We can do World Adventures if we wanted to, but we're not allowed to make any money off of World Adventures. We could keep like artifacts and seeds and stuff that we got, but we're not allowed to sell anything that we get there and like make money off of it, because we're supposed to only make money off of the farm. And we're allowed to use the nectar maker and like grapes and stuff as, you know, part of the farm produce. And we're not allowed to use the fortune cookie machine, which I actually do have that. I think it's store... Oh wait, no, I think that's part of World Adventures, yeah. I do have another machine. I will add this, let's see what else. So the teen restrictions: can only use a bicycle when a teen, and bought with earned money, cannot be on the lot when you start. Yeah, so we're not allowed to start out with a bike. You know what? Maybe she could like dumpster dive for it. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about like dumpster diving, because I think I've gotten bikes before from dumpster diving. A car must be bought, same as the bike. Can only drive when you're young adult, unless you have generations. Driving a car requires a license first, which I do have all the expansion packs and stuff, so I have generations. And if we have no functional house, we're not allowed to get a car yet. So we must get a fully functional house. So probably like all the like cooking, appliances that we'll need, all the bathroom plumbing, shower, sinks, and then we'll probably need to like get beds and stuff. And I don't remember if I reviewed this already, but to fix up the family farm, the qualifications are: we're supposed to have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 1 kitchen, 1 dining, 1 living room, and then we're supposed to build 1 barn and purchase 1 car. And our profit of our farm is supposed to be 100,000 simoleons at least. So that is kind of the goal. Oh my god, sorry. That is the goal so far, and I'll just show you the house really quick. But so far we've got, as per the rules, we're supposed to start out with 2 sleeping bags, so I got them 2 sleeping bags, and I built a outdoor toilet. I was thinking that we could use the, I have this all-in-one bathroom that looks like an outhouse, but it has a shower in it, so obviously that would be cheating, according to the rules. But yeah, I was like, this one's perfect, it's an outhouse, but, I mean, obviously it's really expensive, but at the same time, it does do hygiene, so I wouldn't be able to use that even if I wanted to. So anyways, we start out with 500 simoleons, and then, so let me review really quickly also what grandma is allowed to do. So, oh yeah, and we're all not allowed to have a job as a teen, no money opportunities unless it comes from growing vegetables. We can only read skill books to level 1 for her. And we cannot learn skills that are beneficial to farming. So I guess she can't like study gardening and stuff, but I guess she would learn it obviously while gardening, so that's probably the only way she's going to be allowed to learn it. We can never miss school. I went ahead and signed her up, that's right, I was going to say, I signed her up for homeschooling. She is going to have to go to like the library and pick up her homework because we don't have a computer to download homework off of, so that's going to be a little rough. We're going to probably have to try and buy a multi-tab as soon as possible. Let me look how much those cost. I already forgot. Oh, she could get the Wabbit tablet. Okay, those are 750, so she just needs to make 250 more simoleons to get that, and then we won't get in trouble with the rules because she's never supposed to miss school, so which means she has to always have her homework ready by 10 a.m. every day. And so anyways, elder, so grandma cannot drive as she could never afford a car. She must either walk or you need to drive her. That's it. You cannot chance her being crazy, so she can't use a cab or a subway if we were in like Bridgeport. She's allowed to cook and clean, and that's it. No job or pension. She has spent her whole life trying to keep the farm alive after the death of her husband. Obviously, she failed at that. No homework or career, so she can't make money off of just keeping the house clean and stuff. And, skill books. She cannot read skill books because she didn't finish her schooling. She can read other books for entertainment, so I guess she can't read any skill books, but she can read, like, stories and, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess she can read, or maybe she just enjoys the pictures in the books. Okay, so if we do buy a bookshelf, I might take all the skill books out and give them to Meg, and then only, like, entertaining books will be in there for Gertrude to read. She's not allowed to farm is another thing too, so she cannot help with the farm. If you let her touch a plant or a beehive or anything, you make money from, so she can't like interact with the cow or the chickens. If we buy those, I must delete it immediately. So basically she kills whatever she touches. So anyways, and that includes any money you get from deleting it, so I'll probably have to delete it using cheats so I don't like sell it. Anyway, she's been unable to grow the farm for decades. It is obvious she is a horrible farmer. So, and then there's a bunch of like costs and stuff included in subcategories underneath. So I'm going to kind of just ignore those because I don't want to like nitpick the prices of everything. Since I'm doing this as a YouTube series, I'm not going to like do all that extra stuff just because I think it would be a little tedious for me to keep track of. And these are her parents' graves, Jason and Lorna. I think maybe it might be fun to do like a little graveyard in the corners, maybe a little memorial for her parents or something. But yeah, we've got this here, and I gave Gertrude the frugal trait, or yeah, I gave her that so she can clip coupons and check for events. I really need to get Meg to take a driving class as soon as possible also, if she's going to learn to drive, and that's going to cost 500, so oh, it's going to be really expensive already. So let's see, We don't need any pets. Oh, I don't remember if it said anything about pet jobs. I'll have to review the rules again. She wants to learn the cooking skill. Post about grandchildren, have a great group outing by a cane. I don't know about that. Visit the graveyard, learn to drive. That's one we have to do. That's a goal. A definite goal. So I guess we could like walk somewhere. Oh, the coffee house is right here. That means they probably have a dumpster we can dive in, right? Don't tell me they don't have a dumpster. What? What kind of restaurant doesn't have a dumpster? Aw, man. Alright, oh, we got Performance Park right there. And I gotta keep an eye out for, like, seeds and stuff, too. Oh, they have 3 dumpsters here. Can we not dumpster dive in these? The local pet adoption center is working with the Association of Wondrous Wildlife to host an incredible pet competition. So that's from the newspaper events. We don't really care. Aw, man, I can't believe there's no dumpster here that we can dive into either. Okay, let's keep looking. What about... Oh, there's always stuff here we can gather. Now I don't know if we can borrow the honey from these hives and sell it, because it's not technically part of the farm. So I don't know about that. So she could go here. And I'll just have her run. Make sure grandma isn't doing anything weird. Take a class. No, we're not going to take a class. You're not allowed to be out in public. Pack your lunchbox and sharpen your pencils. Cooking classes are discounted. Oh, nice. Meg, alright, she got a taxi for 14 simoleons. Coupon for Wonder Pedal at any grocery. 40% off. Okay, okay. Do we have the coupon? She has it? Yeah, alright, I'll give it to Meg. Meg is out here walking around. Alright, let's see what we can buy. See if we can get any seeds to start out with. And we're gonna have to probably just like wander around and look for seeds too. Cause we don't have anything to garden with just yet. Once she starts gardening, she'll start learning the skill. Okay, so anything that I wanna plant. Nah, not really anything interesting. Okay, where's the grocery store? Oh man, it's way over here. Okay. Let's go here to the grocery. Let's run. What is she doing? Rummaging through our trash can? Okay. I mean, if you find something interesting. She's already as crazy as her reputation has made her out to be. Oh, Grandma. Well, I guess I could try and buy us a couple things she can cook with. So, let's see. Appliances. What about... Just get the laundry machine. Okay, so we can get a fridge for $3.75. That's like all of our money. Oh my gosh. We're so broke. I don't know how we're gonna eat tonight. Or tomorrow, for that matter. Alright. Shop for groceries. We have a coupon for Wonder Pedal. I probably won't buy any of that. Mostly just gonna focus on food stuff. I do have a mod also that prevents us from purchasing like meals from the fridge that you can cook unless we have the ingredients in the fridge already to cook with them. We cannot cook any meals. So basically, I'm gonna need to make sure that I have everything we need to cook. So we'll just get like one of each of these items. I'll get a corn. I'll get eggplant. Get an apple tree. Peach tree. What else do we need? We're gonna need a fridge, I guess, so I'll have her maybe dig around in the dumpster, see if I can find anything. We could plant flowers. I do have some custom content like flower planting and stuff. That's what all that is. Eggs. Oh yeah. I want to get the chicken coop and stuff. That'll be a good moneymaker if I can buy that. We'll need potatoes. We'll need onions. She won't be able to plant those right away. This is the one we have the coupon for, but I'm not looking for Wonder Petal right now, so we'll pass. We'll get pumpkins. We'll get porcinis, bell pepper, garlic. Okay, I'll buy ghost chili later. Truffles would be huge for making that cash, but we'll start with this and we'll come back when we have a little bit more cash to get the rest of these items. Now, you have a dumpster, right? Okay, maybe it's on another lot. No? What the heck? Why is there no dumpsters around this whole town? Okay, surely the restaurant has a dumpster. No? Wow. This town has a severe lack of dumpsters. What do they do with all their trash? Does the watering hole have a dumpster? No? Okay. Where else can I look? There's the library. She can learn some skills, but nothing gardening related. I'm tempted to have Grandma come over here and like learn the cooking skill at the library. What's this place? Oh, the art gallery. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? There's no dumpsters anywhere? This town sucks. I don't remember Riverview lacking so dumpsters like this. That's crazy. We could just buy like a grill or something. I think we need a fridge though. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Thought there was a traffic situation there for a second. Alright, somebody's house. Let's look around for some seeds, see what we can find. Any seeds around? Oh, you know what? There is the community garden, I think. It is here? Or no? Where is it? I know that I saw a community garden lot. Here it is. Here's the community garden. Okay. And there probably isn't anything ready to harvest yet. Oh, it is ready to harvest. Oh, we could have just come here and grabbed stuff for free. Okay, go here. Run. Alright. Well, this is actually very fortuitous. We'll get a little bit of extra stuff and maybe we can use it to like eat. We can just eat stuff like out of our inventory. We'll have to be careful though. We don't want them to accidentally like eat a bunch of stuff that's for gardening. So let's harvest. And Grandma cannot help harvest, unfortunately, so we're on our own. It's really like almost like the Runaway Teen Challenge, except for you have a dependent. Ironically, she is the dependent, but her grandma is dependent on her. She's just sitting on the toilet. She's not using it. I don't blame her. Talk to herself. Okay, Grandma's just being crazy. She wants to clean something. Totally cool. You can clean. Hi. John Lesson. Alright, we got potato. Aw, man. I forgot that the community garden was a thing. And I could have got a bunch of stuff here. That would have been perfect. Let's see, what else? There wasn't really anything else in the in the challenge, like rules and stuff that I can see. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up pets stuff. What did it say? Anything about pets? Oh yeah, okay, it says 1 when age teen, and then 2 after you graduate. Okay, can get a new one. Okay, there's nothing in the rules about like a pet making you money too. I mean, obviously we're supposed to just you do it at the farm. So like I could have my pet like hunt and like get random medals and stuff. I don't know if that would count. Huh. Maybe probably not. Probably wouldn't count towards the total we would make for the farm. It is later at night. I'm gonna see if I can get her to plant anything. And let's give these to Grandma so she can have something to eat. Okay, yeah, she can't plant that. She probably won't be able to plant the bell peppers. She can't plant the potatoes. She should be able to plant the lettuce. So let's see. I might do a little terrain painting where the garden's gonna go. Terrain paints. Let's do this and let's make it dirt. Mixed dirt. I don't even know if that's like in line with the grid. No, it really isn't. Need some flooring to like guide my hand. I should be at 326. So I lost a little bit there. Let's There we go. Turn off those cheats. Okay. Back to you. Alright, let's try to plant some stuff here on our little tiny garden we have here. So get some lettuce, we'll plant that. We'll plant a couple of them. Plant here, and then we should be able to plant the trees, so we'll do a peach tree there. We'll do an apple tree here. We'll do another apple tree. We'll do it there. And then I think we can plant the porcinis. Yep, mushrooms can go there. We can plant the eggplant. Can't plant the onions. We can't plant the pumpkin. Alright, we can plant these. Plant the cucumber. And the corn. And we can plant the tomato. Alright. Whew, alright. She's not quite to gardening level 1, but she is getting there. Alright, and she's getting hungry too, so eat an apple. And use the bathroom before you pee yourself. We'll have to go to the gym or something and go take showers in the morning. Alright. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed I couldn't find any dumpsters last night. Or today, I guess. I was hoping that she could dig around a dumpster and maybe find a bike. But, actually, let me see, how much would a bike cost? Vehicles. We'll need a bike stand, so that'd be 35, 250. Yeah, I mean, technically we could afford it. I guess she'd need the big one, yeah. Leave us with 41 simoleons. Alright, we'll have to try to get a little bit more cash. Maybe we'll go to the garden tomorrow and try to sell some produce. I guess we could sell some of this stuff that we picked. But, oh, Gertrude's she's in her wedding dress. Anyway, I am going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next part, and we'll try and find other ways she can make some money. And hopefully this garden will get grown up and start producing sooner rather than later. And we'll have to probably put like a fence up around it at some point so that Gertrude doesn't get to it. Because I don't want her going over there and touching our plants, and then I'll have to delete them. Anyway, this is the Orphan Farmer Challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying so far, and I'll see you in the next part.